So, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be talking about a quote unquote rapper that goes by the name of Baby No Money. Now, in reality, this is a pasty white Canadian soy based freak that's really named Alex. So, we're going to call him Alex. This is Alex. This is the guy that we're talking about today.
100,000 subs? I'll stick this on my ass.
Yeah, so that's what we're talking about. And isn't it just so typical that all of these freaks who are disgusting and degenerate and absolutely devoid of any sort of morality or decency, that these are the people that always make the most grandiose moral statements, right? So this guy decided, you know what? I cannot abide by, some of the statements that Asmongold has made. So I am going to edit Asmongold out of my music video. I'm going to just edit him out. And then I'm going to release a press statement saying, well, I didn't know that Asmongold had these certain beliefs, and I could not in good conscience keep him in my music. The most pretentious, ridiculous thing for a guy that's a twink freak from Canada. And it's just, yeah, I got to talk about it. And by the way, of course, this is going to be a surprise to absolutely nobody. Yeah. So this disgusting, degenerate retard has no problem collabing with terrorists and terrorist sympathizers and people that have visited brothels that were trafficking in underage girls. No problem being with this guy. No, yeah, no problem there. But Asmongold has some very sensible takes on current events, and suddenly he has to be digitally edited out of these videos. Yeah, of course we're going to talk about it.
Why, and you guys may or may not notice this, right? But this is why I've moved a lot away from collabing and doing anything with anybody else, is because I know that obviously a lot of people don't want to be involved with the things that I do. And so to me, I don't view this as a bad thing, right? It's just the way it is. And so whether I have everybody agreeing with me or nobody agreeing with me, that doesn't change the fact of the way that I feel, right? And it's not going to make.
And let me just step in here for a moment to do two things. Number one, to give a shout out to Tectone, because Tectone, as of this moment, is one of the only people that have come out and vociferously defended Asmongold. All of his other so-called friends always remain radio silent, which I think is pathetic. Now, Asmongold doesn't need people to run out to defend him. That's not what this is about. He needs this. But if you're friends with somebody and somebody is being attacked and you pretend like you don't see anything, you don't see the abuse towards this person, you just ignore it. You do what's in the best interest for you. You're a piece of shit. That includes S-Fan, Emaru, and all these other people that supposedly know this guy. They have worked with this guy, friends with this guy, right? And you're going to remain radio silent on this issue? I am going to lambaste you and criticize you. Asmongold won't. I will. Because loyalty, I think, is an important thing. And it's not that you have to agree with everything that Asmongold does, but the man is surrounded by snakes. Like NMPLOL. People like Cinna. I played that the other day, where they're sitting in a car recording themselves disparaging Asmongold, where this dumb, low IQ bimbo gutter trash bitch is saying that Twitch needs to punish Asmongold, that he needs to be punished for the things that he said. But this terrorist is fine. This man that watches terrorist propaganda, this guy that promotes evil and is, glowing and glazing, this guy that murdered two Christian Israelis in Washington, D.C., That guy's fine. That guy's perfectly fine. But Asmongold, that's where we draw the line because, well, he doesn't align with our socialist, deranged, degenerate agenda enough. He does agree with your disgusting, degenerate, weird agenda. This is a guy that talks about, well, you know, it's okay if you want to be LGBTQ. I'm in support of the trans community. I believe in abortion. Abortion any time, he says. This is a guy that goes, I support Bernie Sanders. So he is left-wing, but not left-wing enough. He doesn't agree lockstep enough. And so that means that you can ostracize him and you can vilify him and you can make the statement that, oh, I didn't know about his ethical issues, so I can't be in the same room as him. This guy is a fucking freak. This guy, Baby No Money. This guy, Alex, the Canadian, the pasty white basic bitch who collabs with Hassan. Fuck this guy.
Make me feel like I'm a bad person or like upset or anything like that. So does that make sense? Tecton is the back. Well, no, you aren't fully censored. I can see your ass in the background. Well, maybe, right? I don't know if that's really me or not. No. I wish that was my hairline.
I'll tell you honestly, if this were me, if I had joined in with that video and they did what they did to Asmongold, oh boy, yeah, nuclear would be the term. I'd say, I don't want to see my face in there. I revoke all consent to have me in there, and if you have me in there, I'm going to DMCA it. Oh, 100%. I would ruin the entire project. You'd have to put another animated thing on me. That's just the basic thing that a friend does. Oh man. So I've said this on multiple different occasions. I would not do well in the content creator or streamer spaces because to me, putting your career and putting everything above any sort of ethics or any sort of friendship, not having even the most basic loyalty, that to me is that's a non-negotiable. You don't get to behave in that way, that sort of selfish, indulgent, hypocritical way. And you just don't get to do that. I would want no part of any of them and what they're offering and what they're representing, and it makes me sick. And it's one of the reasons from the very first, I have said I'm not going to do collabs. I'm not joining any orgs. I am not going to debase myself to become one of these people that feel that it is okay to do this, to just allow this to happen for your own personal career. Fuck these people, all these people. It disgusts me. I have a revulsion complex to this. It is.
Dude, Wake's hair is no, that's Wake. Wake has way better hair than I do, and no, definitely not. And do you think censoring you is going to highlight it and make a bigger deal out of it if they just left it alone? Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's up to them. Like they're going to do the video however they want. I mean, like it's not up to me. I don't really care. They do whatever they want. So yeah, in general, like that's how I really feel about it. And so, and this has been the case for a long time, is that like I obviously go over and I do a lot of controversial stuff and I do a lot of edgy stuff. And so I don't ever blame people for not wanting to be involved with it or not wanting to be involved with me because of it. Because the amount of like hate that I get, and like honestly, another person that would understand this is Hassan. I mean, Hassan would understand this the same way. Is that a lot of people probably are friendly with Hassan, but they might not want to do things with him publicly because they don't want to put themselves in the crosshairs, right? They don't want to get involved and like, you know, get attacked by all of these people. And so it's the same thing for me, right? Is that a lot of people, like, you know, like the amount of people that are like I was like number 8 on YouTube for like the most searched for term. There's a lot of people talking about my content, having opinions about me, etc. And because it's been so, it's been so widespread, it puts a lot of pressure on people to not to have a viewpoint on it, right? And to like,
I think that Asmon is reacting to this with grace. And I think that he's reacting to this in an attempt to actually jump on the grenade, metaphorically, because he's actually trying to defend the people that don't even have the balls to defend him. I think that he is trying to put it in this way because he knows that Emaru and Esfand and all these other people are going to get an inordinate amount of shit because of their radio silence, because they're going into business for themselves and basically letting this man hang, letting him be canceled and not saying a word. He knows that they're going to get an inordinate amount of shit, and he's trying to jump on the metaphorical grenade and trying to shield them, which I gotta say is incredible. It's an upstanding thing to do. Whatever disagreements I have with Asmongold, I commend the fact that he is willing and able to look at the situation and basically try to put other people first. I don't agree with it, because I think that if you're friends, then if you're friends and if you're people that know each other, your reaction should be what Tectone's reaction is, which is anger and incredulity. So, let's react to this, because this, I think, mirrors more of my heart. Tectone mirrors more of my heart on this than Asmongold. Asmongold was trying to be, he was trying to be the protector. He was trying to be the defender, which makes sense considering that, he was the, I think he was the tank in his guild. So he's trying to get the aggro on him, trying to take the damage. But, Tectone is the DPS. Tectone is the one that's going to go in for the damage. And that's what I'm here for.
Tell you why this shit is gay as fuck? Can I tell you why this shit is baby no clout, baby no Houthi? Bro, baby no grifter? This is fucking insane. And I'm going to let you know this right now. I'm still going to listen to bro's music because I think he's a great artist. But I think this shit is so fucking gay. And the reason why that is because, dude, Baby No Money literally went on stage with Asmongold's face painted on his fucking chest. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, this Baby No Backbone shit is insane. And I know he did this shit to avoid the heat from the woke mob. Well, congratulations. This is what happens when you pander to these people. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to virtue signal, and you're going to moral grandstand, and you're going to appeal to this mob and appeal to this mob and appeal to this mob. And the moment that you slip up one time, fucking time, the same mob that you're pandering to is going to fucking consume you. It is. It's going to fucking consume you. And you want to know why he did this? It's because of this. Yep. How is brother gonna say that I don't like this guy's political views and then hang out with the most radicalized streamer on the entire fucking platform? Look what the fuck did I just, look what they did. Every single frame of a Murloc is them censoring out our boy Asmongold's fucking face out of this music video. I think this shit is so fucking lame. It is, guys. I'm sorry. It's lame as fuck. These people in mass, content creators, community alike, they just want to control you. They want you to think that you are their puppet. And the thing that I hate the most out of this fucking post is, I wasn't aware of this person's beliefs. I might make a whole video on this later. What the fuck does the internet think Asmongold did?
Well, that's the thing. What Asmongold did in the streamer content creator space is that he went against the established narrative, and you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to have a difference of opinion. Because when the person that you're talking about is this fucking freak right here, this abomination.
100,000 subs? I'll stick this on my ass.
Yeah, no problem doing that. No problem saying that. No problem with any of that shit. You know, no problem being a degenerate, a freak, a retard. Yeah, hey, yeah, go out there and talk about shoving vegetables up your ass. That's perfectly fine. But securing the border, man, that's a step too far. You can be a terrorist, though. You can be a terrorist. You can be a narcissistic, bottom feeding, bottom bitch, degenerate, subhuman animal like Hassan is. A guy that visited a brothel that was raided for, trafficking underage girls. That's perfectly fine. We have no problem with that. But Asmongold, yeah, that's where the real problem is. Anyway, I've never heard of this guy before this. Tectone says his music is good. I don't believe it. You know, I'm not gonna go out of my way to listen to this guy's music. Fuck this freak. And everyone like him. These spineless, weak, pathetic, disingenuous, two-faced grifters. Fuck them and their degenerate culture and their mindset and just their spinelessness. I've had enough. And by the way, it's shocking to me how many people are in this incestuous circle. Iron Mouse was collabing with this guy. It's like, oh man, it's so shocking to me the way that this content creator space works. And I think that after this, everyone who collabs with this guy is going to look immediately worse. Immediately worse. I think that anyone who is seen with this guy or has anything to do with his name is just going to immediately be, degraded in a huge way. Because, I mean, what the fuck are you doing? Seriously. It's unbelievable to me that this is honestly what we're dealing with in 2025, that you get canceled for basic opinions. Asmongold has basic opinions. I don't even agree with all of his points of view, not by any stretch. I don't agree with his support of Bernie Sanders and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, Asmongold has not said anything, even what he would consider his most controversial, that I think is controversial at all. I don't think anything Asmongold says is controversial. In fact, I think that he pulls his punches way too much. If you want to know my opinion on it, I think he pulls his punches way too much. I think that he's too soft on these despicable, deceitful, backstabbing freaks. That's what I believe. I think he's too cautious, too self-censored. I think he gives these people way too much leeway. That's my personal belief. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Do you think that, this guy was right to do this? Are you somebody that believes that they were right to censor out? Do you think they were right to censor out Asmongold? Or do you agree with me that this guy is a disgusting freak and a fraud, and somebody that demonstrates that these people in the streamer space cannot and should not ever be trusted for any reason, and they should be looked at with contempt and disdain? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.